World, that's me back. I think this is the third stream in a row. Cheers. We'll see if Dylan's around. We are on a journey taking a look at some of the headless CMS options rather than trying to build everything. Bro, nice to see you, buddy. How are you? What's going on, Dylan? Let me activate the chat over here.
Hi. At DylanRud8897 says hello, how are you?
I'm good, buddy. How are you doing?
Stream's ending already?
No, I just started it, Gabriel.
Good, good.
Good.
Move this office around though because
what's
this
for
setup
today?
is uncomfortable, and the dog bangs into everything. Out. Just poking around tonight.
Open mouth smile. What have you been working on?
Well, Dylan, I was sick for almost 2 weeks, so just trying to get comfortable doing this again. And yeah, I'm tempted to see some example templates of themes that people have built with Payload, and I'm starting literally from scratch. If you've got any examples or anything else you want me to check out, Gabriel, please feel free.
Oh, hope you feel better soon. Sign.
What do you think about vibe coding?
It's an interesting question. I mean, I think in the short term that you can turn around a lot, but inevitably you run into the same issues that, you know, experienced developers face, having to architect your platforms and systems so they don't fall apart as they scale. I don't think vibe coding solved that. If anything, it just brings more people into the pits to see what it's really like. But what's your thoughts, Gabriel? I also wonder how much of option paralysis is an issue as well. It's something that I've dealt with even before these AI tools. There's Dylan's avatar here. But you have your arguments backwards, Dylan. It's moved down 10.
I think vibe coding and coding assisted by AI are two completely different things. One is rely on everything that is in the output, the other is controlling everything that is in the output.
It's a fascinating and enlightening point, actually. Is one of those ways of operating, you're seeing AI as a force multiplier for programmers, which is definitely huge. But yeah, I do think it's completely different than blindly just trusting the output, right? I don't think it's a good practice to feed in your entire context of project to these AI tools in the first place.
Totally.
You know, you could ask it to move around a layout and it ends up re-architecting parts of the system that works completely fine. So we're in a growing phase, aren't we? I'm not too fond of these dark themes. I prefer something lighter.
Context management is really important, and it seems that no vibe coder seems to understand it. They just prompt.
Correct. It seems very tempting though. Like any idea you have, you could just be like, oh, I could publish an app. I'm curious how many of these apps actually do get published. Tailwind, that's good. That's what we want to use. I'll tell you one thing, even without AI, tech stacks have got so convoluted and complicated to do.
What do you think about
things.
RAM prices at the moment?
Oh, I am so out of the loop as far as hardware prices, but I'm curious. I'm also in America, so we're subject to all sorts of tariffs. So I don't know if I would have the best eye on that. That is one good thing about modern times, though, is that the hardware goes a lot longer than it used to. 2010, a computer that was 3-4 years old, you felt it way more than you do today.
AI has made RAM prices skyrocket.
Ah. Okay, that makes sense. It's similar what happened to graphics processing. Let me grab some more coffee.
And investors are running away because they see that a lot of unexperienced people are creating tech companies.
I will say the tech industry is an absolute mess right now.
Jep.
So the ratio is changing.
See if my brother will be joining us tonight. It's probably a bit too late for him now.
And then set, name set Dylan 1509.
Well, technically it wouldn't be difficult to add a new command to change people's names. in Kynto.
Sorry, my message did not go through.
But I can see a bit of a problem keeping things in sync with YouTube, because name collisions are also a risk. And I mostly avoid that just by...
Vibe's good for quick prototypes.
That's true. I mainly avoid the name collision situation because, you know, we support Kick, Twitch and all that. By just prepending the service to the start of the username, that way we hopefully avoid collisions. But how it's set up, if you change your name in YouTube, it would also change it in Kynto. So I don't know if that's something I want to break away from or introduce more complexity to it, but I appreciate the ideas and the question.
Oh, okay.
I'll look at some of this code here, scaffolding. That'll tell me more than just blindly clicking around documentation.
I'm coding at the same time.
That's the way to do it. I don't like how VS Code is forcing Copilot on me. I would do it a wee bit different.
You sold get one of those old car Android monitors that goes into your FM radio and run Kynto on it.
Yeah, I've even ran Kynto on my drone controller. You know, the DJI drones? They have one with a screen built in. And I was able to eject from their FAQ section into Google and then load up Kynto, which worked. It didn't support any WebGL stuff, but Kynto
What AI
basically falls
extension
back.
are you using in your VS Code?
Gabriel, I don't use anything in here.
What you can do that.
But I do have a couple of AI-specific VS Code builds I've messed around with. I'm more curious what you're using, Gabriel. When I use AI, I'll use it on like a per component basis or for like
Tried Cursor?
ideation. Yeah, Cursor. That's the one I was trying to say. Cursor's pretty good. I don't like the idea of opening up VS Code with my own proprietary projects and it's just loading everything into a model somewhere. That's horrifying. I don't like that.
Cursor's amazing for context management.
We'll have to do a deeper dive on how to better use Cursor then.
I have a whole local RAG.
Lag. Can you explain what you mean, Gabriel? Retrieval augmented generation. Interesting. The sort of stuff I do like diving into because I'm probably not surprised the chat on these streams exposes me to a lot of stuff that I wouldn't run into otherwise.
Imagine it like a
Do you play any mobile games?
Dylan, I don't play too many games, mobile or console or anything like that. Age of Empires is kind of more my style. Empire Earth. To figure out what's using up the computer here so we can move forward. Dylan, what do you play these days? What do people like to play on their phones?
Sorry, Gabriel's message did not go through correctly and fully.
Thank you for the call out. Gabriel says, so you can create your own unindexed knowledge base. So that's good, unindexed, meaning you just get to feed in what you want, I suppose. And Cursor automatically indexes and learns what it needs according to the prompt. Basically one-shot anything you want in your own style. Awesome. Is there any templates or anything like that in GitHub you recommend that I have a wee poke around and a wee look at? Because I need to do a better job at adapting to the state of development these days. So any feedback is good.
I like playing Clash of Clans and some rhymes Minecraft McP.
I think Clash of Clans is an RTS, right? It's kind of Age of Empires like.
I think I'm the first one at doing this, honestly, ha ha ha, but I'll send you my structure.
Awesome. Appreciate you. I started learning how to code when I was about 12, and in the past couple of years, as much as I've tried to stay on top of everything and been, you know, integrating every AI tool that I've found fascinating, there's a lot. We have some simple stuff to start with tonight. Let's take a look. So, yeah, this is the crappy WordPress site we have to replace for Kynto. What am I supposed to do with this? So that's why we're looking at alternatives.
I wonder why YouTube added 8,897 behind my name IDK if it was there or if it's new.
Gabriel says, I'll send you my Discord project that's using the structure. It's the project I'm working on right now, and I don't start any project without the structure. It's a must. Brilliant. And yeah, Dylan, that's exactly what happens. They just automatically append characters or numerals to usernames in order to force unique. Front end. So that's
It's
one of
an
the
AI-ready boilerplate for a Discord bot.
Wait. That's something else I've kind of dropped the ball on is Discord. Thankfully, I've had Dylan to help me a bit with that. But
Oh,
I know there's other communities and stuff that I'd probably benefit from joining. So
boilerplate?
Yes. Like a starter kit, copy, paste, create.
boilerplates are a necessity today.
Oh,
Looks like Astro is a recommendation for a front end for the payload CMS. It's
I thought that you're controlling a plate boiling something from a Discord bot for a moment. Cold sweat smile.
Ha 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 ha.
As we continue making these streams more regular again, I think we're going to start moving some of them to the couch. That's where I'm most comfortable coding with a laptop. I don't think we've done a single couch stream. So much to do. Let's look at all these options.
What's your current job?
Software contractor. It's not the best time of year to start at a corporation. We'll see what happens in the next coming months. Obviously, I miss the stability.
Entrepreneur.
Here we go, Gabriel.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I was speaking with an AI company in town maybe a couple of weeks ago before I got sick. And the owner was like, yeah, I've never worked for anyone. And when he said that, he was clearly like talking down a bit. And it's like, oh, good for you, buddy.
Lock, let's start our virtual offices biz winking face.
Honestly, it's not a bad idea. The way I've built Kynto, it could be operated in many different faces. So you can have the WeWork style operation going on and not stop anything I'm doing with the streaming tools or anything like that. So I've been putting some thought into it, and I don't think it's a bad idea to have other people involved.
Have you seen the ScanBot SDK?
Know what they're doing and are motivated to get out in front of people. I think that can be huge. Let's see what Don said. ScanBot SDK. Let's take a look here. Is this it?
Incognito mode disguised face. JES,
Yeah.
that's it.
Because as I'm testing all this stuff, I don't want to be logged in. So, Dylan, what's your interest with ScanBot? It looks like it's to do with barcode scanners, document scanners. What's going on? What's your thoughts here?
My message didn't went trough.
Hey bro, I got you. Let's start the virtual offices biz, which I responded to. Is there an additional one? Maybe YouTube filtered it. Just so you know, you can type into the Discord live channel and it'll come up onto the screen as well. Let me make sure that's active. Because that way then you bypass YouTube's filtering. Yeah, there we go. Just a reminder, in the Kynto Discord, there is a channel called Livestream Chat. If you come in here and say hello, you should come on stream.
Discord_Kodalik_mobile says hello.
You can see my chat bubble, but
does this work?
I guess it does. Oh, let's put them off the side here. Let's see. Yeah. I'm gonna have to tweak this logic a little bit to make the grouping more natural. I spawned off by a bunch of trees on fire. And there's fire mechanics in here, believe it or not. Like I can move trees around. And catch on fire. All sorts of little random experiments. Never coded fire in a game before, and tile-based games make it easy to code such stuff.
I don't think I can see the chat.
Dylan, is it possible that Gabriel can't see the Kynto live channel? And Dylan also said, I randomly came across one of these websites.
Discord_Mabros15 says hello.
Alright, there he is. There's Dylan. I can scan any as well as scan damaged, broken, light formats. There's a project, God, maybe 15 years ago where this tool would have came in useful. Back then we just had OCR, optical character recognition. And I was given a MacBook Air and asked to create like a tip calculator so you could scan receipts and it would automatically tally up how many tips you've collected for your, your hostess and bartending job.
Discord_Gabriel Ksib says channel was hidden.
Hey, there we go. Alright, Gabriel. Hopefully more of your messages get through now. It'll be interesting if the YouTube streams ever recover, but it's fine. Because if we're not going to get any algorithmic push with these vertical streams, I may as well just go to full screen.
Lot of money. And I want to apply this gamified offices into my affiliate network too, because I'm working on multiple brands. Imagine 20k people coworking in a virtual space.
I like the sound of it. Definitely do. The way I've built Kynto, it could easily be white labeled or ran in separate instances, meaning I can operate the stream system completely separate from it. So technically, it's very possible to use Kynto to do such a thing. Especially if there's someone else out there that's happy to market it and onboard people.
We will talk.
Alright, that sounds good.
I'm a great marketeer.
Well, Gabriel, that could come in extremely useful because that's where I'm not so great, but I can architect and build systems and make them work and keep them working.
I wonder why the chat was hidden.
You see, I've coded that even the user interface here, everything is driven by toggles and booleans, so it can be highly configured out without even doing any code changes. There's a couple of immediate simple changes that I want to make though, like having a UI like this where it just shows the buttons to share your screen, your calling and all that. Because right now everything's hidden up in this little chat, which makes very little sense, right? So we could just start with some simple stuff there, get this more optimized. Oh, that's not local. So, or it's already allocated. One says, hey Codelock, have you ever seen the Easter eggs I've put in with Dinobot? Like say ping, remove spaces, and it mentioned interesting.
Ping.
JES Dino replies with Pong.
Ja ja ja.
Look your Discord.
Okay. Oh sweet. project Discord to take a wee poke here. Just open up this folder in Cursor itself. Is that supposed to work? Just want to navigate it first anyway, but
Sent you some instructions too.
okay,
Hey, I have a cool idea for Kynto.
What's the cool idea, Dylan? Okay. Specs doesn't like that. We're gonna have to do it in a terminal.
Rename inside cursor.
Even easier. Hold it.
Forgot to remove my bot token, but it's okay, ha ha ha.
Okay, let me do that off screen then. Appreciate the warning. I think you did remove it. In the env file, the bot token is essentially empty. Unless there's another one, just let me know. So the
You
folder is
understand
also
it.
supposed to.
This message won't talk as it's too long.
John says, there's an idea for Kynto. So he says, basically, you know, shops.
Also, type a slash in the cursor prompt box.
Dylan, could you explain your idea a wee bit more? Maybe I'm just a bit dense tonight. Switch back over. Where did the end go? Yeah. finish this renaming and then we'll pull it up. Update cursor. Oh, interesting. Okay.
Those make cursor act as a librarian of yours.
I like that. I forgot the terminology, but you kind of define your project schema before the code, and then the prompts are kind of driven off of that. Is that the kind of the idea here? Let's see. Rules or in the code base.
Beaming face with smiling eyes, long message again, and Gabriel sent a message.
What's up? And Gabriel. No way, I'm not just looking off screen here. Where do I get it? Never changed the main structure of the Discord bot. Yeah, so you know exactly what I'm talking about, Gabriel. A small feature request could have AI break something or touch something it shouldn't. Interesting. It's called even go.
I could actually put the structure in ignored context.
One of the most fascinating things about AI is that you could just mix English with different languages. I'm not sure if this is like Portuguese or what.
Some stuff is in Portuguese.
Spanish? Okay, it is Portuguese.
My fault.
No, no worries at all. When I first got into coding, it was with a friend who was in Belgium and he spoke Dutch.
Still translating
so
it to English.
I was calling rooms Kamers back in the day. seen enough Spanish to know it wasn't Spanish, so there's a couple of words in there I'm like, that looks familiar, but no, it's Portuguese.
Try to ask your cursor create me a Discord feature that.
Dylan, just to quickly answer your question, there's 2 likes and 3 people watching. Why is the stats not updating? Yeah, I've not really bothered activating
You
them.
renamed
We
the
can
files?
activate it. I didn't rename. Yeah, I renamed the folders that were required. The cursor folder and the cursor ignore and the cursor indexing ignore. But Dylan, channel took a wee bit of a hit, so while I coded all this stuff, I've not really activated it, but we could activate it. One of the side effects by having the quieter streams is it's easier to focus on individual things now, so we'll take what we can get. There you go. Back to Gabriel's. All right, let's see.
Also, I don't know if you knew this, but
Hi code lock, what is the message length limit? Is it updated from 200 open mouth smile? Oh, so it's a manual activation. I thought it was a bug lol.
So as a manual activation, I do that just to preserve the API tokens we have from YouTube. We get 10,000 per 24-hour period, and every request takes like 4 or 5 tokens. So that adds up relatively quickly. And I do want to take out the Docker image. I do see a Docker file in there. Fascinating. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to do your suggestion. I'm going to create a feature. So I'm literally saying create a feature that renders a web app directly in a Discord activity. And let's actually give it a URL, see if it does anything with it. That's Kynto. I might be using it wrong, but let's find out.
oh, I didn't taught it about SDK.
I'll leave it to someone else to run into that, right?
Try to ask a Discord feature like commands or something.
Okay. Let's see what it does first, if anything, and we'll go ahead and do that. I had that Discord activity in my mind since you brought it up again. I'm like, that's actually a good one. Well, let's do this thing, even though it's not what we want. Let's take a look at what Dylan said.
That Discord image is distroless.
Let's take a look at the Docker file real quick.
Asterisk Docker image.
There. So this is a Golang. Trixie. This anymore? No, no. Well, you can start to see more. I'm a huge fan of Docker Compose, actually.
I've never asked you code lock, but what's your name?
My name is Will. Oh, okay, you're supposed to click continue. Look at that. Let me think, what could we have it do with an actual command?
Oh, cool.
I kind of want to click around more because I want to see Oh, I could use this as well. Well, kind of reminds me a little bit of Swift. Quite different languages, but in fact it's using nil as opposed to null.
You like Go?
Gabriel, I've not used Go actually. Or Rust. Professionally, it's mainly Swift, Objective-C, JavaScript, TypeScript, and some Python. And then years and years before that, it was PHP and C# and Java. And then even further back is ActionScript. Find how this editor
I don't know how that
here.
web embedded will work because I didn't taught it about the SDK.
So if you were to tell it about the SDK, what would you do? What modifications would you make to the project? Where would you go in the project to make those modifications? Because maybe that's something we could do here as a way to explore it. Let's review what it did.
I want to know how much data you typically use for a month. Can you measure it? I know my friend uses about plus or minus.
I'd create a whole SDK AI-ready local documentation.
Well, probably about a terabyte
I
or
only
two.
use max 100 GB a month.
I do a lot of streaming of music videos and stuff like that. And I do not have this editor optimized to how I'm used to laying stuff out, so please bear with me here.
Oh.
Let's give it something else to do.
And what do you think about the structure setup?
Let's go try to make it bigger. Here, hold on. First off, I just like how every command is separated into its own file, and you've namespaced it with Discord, which I think is awesome. Very easy to come in here and add something else. Like I could create an additional command called Kynto, and then I could lay out
Don't use a
UIs
command,
for those
they're not ready.
specific commands.
Just prompt, the AI will automatically fetch it.
Huh. Okay. So then we want to look at RAG. Oh, wow.
Because of the rules.
Can you explain the cookbook a little bit? It looks like there's a lot of templated code in here. One says, hey, I want to know if you guys can recommend any applications and what would
In
they
RAG
be?
is everything the AI will use as a librarian.
Understood. I'd be really interested to see, or even have a stab at it, setting this up for web development.
Asterisk red.
So is it back here for my ears?
My message didn't went through.
You don't see it in the YouTube chat? That's YouTube. But let's see first. Okay, I see. You did it for Discord. Read the rule
Hey,
NDC
code lock
and tours
messages
ND.
GRTS skipped. Do you perhaps know why?
No, Dylan, I do not. It's an imperfect system in development. Take a look at tours.
It's the matrix.
Oh.
So funny using emojis as a way to carry context. Like, this is acceptable, this is not.
We have a electronics shop here in the Matrix.
I'm using AI to translate.
Are you another language?
Yeah, this is Gabriel's little scaffolding project, and some of it's in Portuguese, but
Oh.
Gabriel says check out the rule NDC. So that's one way messages get dropped. It's just
Rules folder.
someone else will be talking and then another message gets priority. I do have a fix for that coming, but we need to do more streams in order to test it before I'm happy to release it. Wow. This essentially combines to be a very
I thought you were
large,
translating each message.
explicit prompt. Yeah, Kynto does have support for that, but we've not rolled it out yet. I'm gonna grab some water. What?
You can create a local RAG of web design, so you feed multiple unindexed section templates. Whenever you ask for something, it will learn and implement.
Are you also using AI to help you continually update these mature and informational files? I see that some of them list explicitly
Cool
how
for
many
consistency.
files are in a folder, for example.
Hey code lock the help menu, could you make it auto scroll slowly? Cold sweat smile, as it shows only the first 4 commands, not all.
Yeah, the one thing
Yes,
though, every
I
time
am.
you type help, it rotates which command you see. So if you type it again, you'll see a different list. But yeah, we could do an auto scroll. I quickly fix this
AI is
bug
helping
here.
me to create the library and right now translating to English.
That's funny, Gabriel. Wish we could see your screen.
Someone paid me $1,000 for me to give him access.
Wow. Where do you find these people, Gabriel? You are a marketer.
How to use warp.
I wouldn't use that one tonight, Dylan. So boot swatch is causing us issues. It's very good.
I'm an info producer, I create info products. And this structure is highly needed for info producers.
Info producer.
Look,
People
it's
who
me.
want to sell ebooks, courses, events. Through Discord.
Interesting. So you go ahead and study these tools and assemble
Snappo
packages that
says
people
in
can use.
Kynto.
Goodness.
Made it so I could launch brands faster.
You're a good person to know, Gabriel.
How was Christmas for you?
Did it for my own, but then this guy also wanted it, so he paid $1,000.
What? We're going to have to do some housekeeping here, update some npm packages for the project. Well, I definitely appreciate going the entrepreneurial route, Gabriel.
Will Kynto be OSS?
OSS.
Today feels a bit less busy, just me and Gabriel.
That's because we took a break
Open
on streaming,
source.
Dylan. Parts of it, but not all of it. Mainly because other folks would be able to take what I've built and market it and make money from it. Meanwhile, I'm over here struggling.
Oh.
Right.
That's the situation, right, Gabriel?
Said hi.
Next year, I want to watch F1 in Monaco from my own yacht.
I like that. You can share your experience on a version of Kynto. Show us what you see.
My assistant has been feeding me with these Formula 1 reels.
Grandpa loved the Formula 1 racing.
Imagine offering these virtual offices to co-working businesses. Pitching in virtual extension of their business for people who are not close to the co-working spaces but still want to co-work and connect with others. Their own branded custom virtual offices.
Definitely. Yeah, I have this program so you can show your video above your character as well. Let me see if I can enable it.
So they can still make money from people who can't go there.
Let's see here. background. Okay, there we go. So there I am in my office.
What are you using for the video in the game?
Just HTML5 video tag and then drawing it to a canvas. And this is already set up unique links. So if I click create link, let's see, can you see this? I can send you this link in Discord and you'd spawn right into this area. And then it also asks you to share your video as well.
Cool.
And if there's multiple people streaming, like say I pull up my phone,
So we could invite people for meetings, like a Zoom meeting.
100%. I need to log in with another account here. Let me enable backgrounds as well. Well, we'll do that
I
once
really
we start
want
a
to
stream.
launch something like this until February.
We'll have to disable these changes real quick to show you this.
Why to use Steam in vertical screen?
Hey bro, because that gave me algorithm boost at the start. If that's gone away, we'll change that, but essentially more people were finding the stream because I was streaming vertical on YouTube. I do stream on Twitch and Kick with a full screen though. Same username. But throughout this whole streaming time, almost everybody's found me through YouTube. So. But if there's no benefits to doing the vertical streams anymore, we'll change it. So we can do multiple streams. We can change who's the one in focus. We can turn the background on and off. You can switch which camera you're using. Resize these dynamically. So I don't think it would take a lot to optimize this layout. I'll make some tweaks to it tonight to make it a little bit more convenient. Gabriel says, if you want some extra viewers, I have 280 people temporarily stopped. Discord community, people who code and are interested in learning. We can arrange some stream announcements there. That'd be awesome. It'd be a lot of fun as well.
Make every stream an event.
I like the sound of that. Oh look, there's a sun up here. I forgot I coded that. See that?
We were launching a vibe coding university there, but we temporarily stopped. It's called Vibe Panda.
Gabriel, it's actually really good you brought that up, because one of the ideas I had recently, well, money's tight. I wanted to use Kynto as a system to teach people how to code, learn about WebSockets and stuff. Kind of operate like a little boot camp, where we stream part of it. So maybe we could talk about something there as well.
We have Apple engineers there and everything, teaching people.
Wow. Vibe Panda. Yeah, please, can you invite me to that Discord? I'd just be curious to take a look. How that works.
Yes.
Okay, sweet. See, there's some gigantic rooms that have been made in here. Oh, I think I just found a buggy item. Okay.
Just invited you.
Wait 2 seconds and take a look.
I approved.
Awesome. Let's take a look here. Very, very cool. You say most of the community these days with developers occurs in Discords like this? When I started, it was all forums, but it's a bit different now, isn't it?
The thing with communities is, it needs to be done right. Otherwise it will fail.
True. Nice. See someone else in there is YouTubing. Oh. This is fascinating for someone like me that kind of keeps himself in a silo. But that doesn't get anywhere interesting, does it? But that's why I started doing these live streams in the first place.
Tell me more about the school you want to create.
Yeah, so I think that game development makes people better developers. I can tell you the vast majority of web developers I've worked with professionally, both front end and back end, don't know what a WebSocket is, wouldn't know what to do with one if they knew how to use them. And there's so many other examples like that, learning how to use WebGL, learning how to use shaders, learning how to use Canvas, learning how to use advanced CSS. So what I'd like to do is take what we're doing with these live streams and possibly have sessions where we have, maybe 4 or so people that are interested in learning how to code. Ideally, in an ideal world, they would pay some sort of money, and then we'd all get together and we'd essentially come up with a couple of projects to code, and we'd all be sharing screen, shared microphone. In an ideal world, if they don't want to do that, they can use the TTS system to chat. And you'd have an instructor or multiple instructors that would kind of just show you how they would build that function, and kind of miniature little game jams as ways to learn web development. And Kynto would be the sandbox that happens in, has a full scripting API, it has a full event bus, and dispatch, and there's all sorts of crazy stuff. So like say when an avatar spawns into this room or walks onto a tile, this fires off an event that this avatar is on this specific tile, this row and column.
Let's make it happen.
And then
I can help you with that. There should be multiple teachers, ideally.
that'd be awesome. And it would also be fun for those that are up for it, being able to replay their sessions, maybe in a stream later where we talk
Reach is
about.
no problem.
Awesome. Yeah, so that's what I've had my mind on. And yeah, that's exciting. Thanks for asking. What we really need on this side of things is a designer that really knows how to lay out UX, so we can optimize this, get it really set up for it. But the cool thing is, it's not like I have to wait and stop for this all to be built out. It all works, and it can be improved as part of the
Our designer is a
process.
top one.
Awesome. Yeah, just imagine a bunch of us in here all sharing our screens and stuff. I've even coded an Electron app, so we have remote desktop capabilities. So you can click the little keyboard, and if they give you permission, you can go ahead and like type into their code editor right from here. All that works. It's all coded, and yeah. I'm gonna see if I can boot it up actually. There's a lot of code in here. We're looking for Electron. Made my own remote desktop protocol right on top of WebRTC. I made use of accessibility APIs that are built into all these computers in the first place, so I could replay mouse clicks, replay keyboard input, stuff like that. How do I start this? I forgot. Are we missing node modules? Because we don't have Electron installed, that's why.
My messages are being skipped.
All right, let's take a look, Gabriel. Message your designer's Instagram, check out his portfolio, see if you like it. Cool. I like his style. Whoa.
And he adapts to any style.
Well, between design and marketing, then that's absolutely bloody huge.
Versatile.
Yeah, that's what it takes, doesn't it? Let's see if I can put this up. Here we go. Use Kynto Electron. And this gives me remote desktop support. I wanted a peer-to-peer remote desktop tool, and I think that could come in very useful for teaching or even remote office stuff. Let's see, is it running off local? Might have to have a look here. If we want it to be dev.
For a project to succeed, one developer, one designer, one marketeer.
Yeah, if you just try to do one of those, it's very difficult, isn't it?
Electron joins Steam demo.
Now if I click chat, and let's see if it does this. If I click shared desktop, no, it's not doing it here. Let's see. I think this is on production when it shouldn't be. It's dead. Getting pop and SSL stuff. Yeah.
Check out your Discord messages. Sent you a game we created in an assets. Game built in 30 minutes.
Wait. Take a wee look at it. Cool. That's awesome. I'd play it. Looks fun. I would love to see what you could do with isometric as well as just a UX layout would be huge. Okay, so I don't think we released this code. We did a refactor here that's needed for the Electron app. Let's see what's going on. It sets up a bridge between Electron and the web view to pass in thumbnails and stuff of the applications or screens you want to share. Something
I'll have
that's
to
not
get
natively
prepared
built
for
into
my
the web
day,
browser.
but we should talk really soon. We can definitely make something great.
Yeah, Gabriel, always a pleasure, buddy. Please do keep in touch. We got a lot to talk about. I'll be wrapping this up shortly as well on my end. Right, check back tomorrow. We'll see if we'll go to horizontal streams on YouTube, because the ball has dropped.